World Wide
What up,
Web.
world? What up, baby?
We're Mr. Worldwide Webs. Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah. Well, that was the podcast. Now I'm waiting for that notification to go out, guys, and then
And we're gonna
then we will
fuck you in the ear. No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
Don't call the police. All right.
Metaphorically.
Is that how it works? It's metaphorically.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, all right. 3, 2, 1. Fuck it. Let's go. Hello and welcome to the 188th episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are now streaming live every Tuesday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. This show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at GameSpeakPodcast.com, where we need you to subscribe to our official newsletter so we can make sure you never miss an episode. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, JAMAL Al-Jafra, alongside Brent Belungus Bass.
Belungus.
Yeah.
I like that. Is that a real thing from somewhere?
I
or
have
did you just make
no
that up?
idea. That's right off the dome.
That's like a Snoop Dogg move of you. That was like Snoop Dogg what you just did. Just making up a word.
I'm like trying to read all this. I have like a giant like cut on my tongue, like where I bit a chunk out of it on like the left side. So like this past weekend.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I am now. But like I had like a. This is gonna sound like, oh, that's no joking matter, but my life's a joke. So I was like chilling. You know, went to sleep. As people know on the show, I have type 1 diabetes, so it's normally very well taken care of. Everything's all good, but sometimes it gets low because I work out a lot. I try to watch my food, try not to eat too much, and all this stuff. So I went to bed after doing legs. I worked out legs that day, which was intense, and I guess the next thing I knew, I woke up in an ambulance, like just going to the hospital.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like this is like just woke up and there's like.
How many days ago was this?
This was this past weekend. This was on.
Good Lord.
Yeah, Saturday morning. I like woke up on my way to the hospital. I'm like, what is happening? And they're like, you had a diabetic seizure. And
oh my God.
You bit your tongue and like all this stuff. I'm like, okay, I don't remember that, but all right. And then like anyway, so like first thing that pops up in my head, I was like, oh man, I told Anthony and them we were gonna play Warzone. Like, I was like, oh. Yeah, I was like, oh shit. I was like, we're gonna miss Warzone with the boys, and so. But anyway, so I ended up going to the ER and they had to do a bunch of tests and stuff because they want my money. You know how the hospital works. But like I would have been fine. They had already given me a bunch of sugar and like got me back to normal. But they had to do all their tests. They were like, we think you should stay here. I was like, I don't have insurance, so I don't think I should stay here. And then they were like, yeah, you probably shouldn't stay here. And then like. They were
Damn, dude.
They're like, oh well, you can stay. They were like, just stay for like a couple hours so we can monitor you. We won't charge you or whatever for the couple hours. And I was like, okay, cool. Stayed a couple hours, then went home, played Warzone. Things got serious, but the problem is this lasting tongue scar that like.
So your tongue is like fucked up, right?
Yeah, dude. I like bit a hole in my tongue.
Is there like Yeah, I think I can see it.
Can you see it? It's like on the left side of my tongue.
Oh, Oh man, yeah, we'll have to post pics to the group. No,
post it to the group. check out the bite. But yeah, I was like, man, well, that'll make for an interesting story on the show.
Wow, yeah. Holy crap, dude. Your week has been a lot more eventful than mine.
What happened in your week?
I've just been watching TV. I finished The Boys, which is really really good.
Is it?
Yeah. If you got Amazon Prime, you got to watch The Boys. It's for sure the best show on Amazon Prime. I don't give a fuck about any other Amazon Prime show.
What about that Mrs. Poppins?
Nah, fuck Mrs. Poppins and her Poofy Poppins or
whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I really don't. I'm sorry.
What's it like, Mrs.
It's probably a great show.
I don't even know what it's called, but
I think I actually do. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel or whatever.
Marvelous Mrs. Mario or whatever her name is. Like that.
I've heard that's a pretty good show, but this show is fantastic, dude. It's Amazon's ace in the hole, dude. They finally got a great show, you know?
That's
Hulu's
good.
got The Handmaid's Tale. Netflix has like a bunch of good shows, you know?
Yeah.
Disney Plus has The Mandalorian. Now, Amazon's got The Boys, you know?
Boys.
I'm excited about
it. Better be
that.
really good.
It's really, really good. It's like the best show I've watched in a long time. It's like the first show I've seen in a long time that's like on the par with like Breaking Bad and all those shows. You know what I mean? Like it's like really good.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean?
Did you see they're bringing Dexter back for a finale?
Yes, I did, and I'm fucking psyched. Dexter's like one of my favorite shows of all time. You know what I mean? Like,
I just want to know, like that guy's got to be like so much older, but they're gonna be like, it's at the same time.
Are they going to do that, though? Because they ended Dexter, spoiler alert, with him, like, fucking going off into the woods to go into hiding or some shit, you know? He was like a lumberjack, you know what I mean, at the end of the first one. So maybe it's been years and he's been off in the woods lumberjacking or something, you know?
What's up, Gigantor 6505? Is that you? Okay. What's up, little bro? So that's Devin's little brother. Devin is... our Jamie, as we mentioned on the last episode.
Just in case,
and
you weren't aware.
He's going to peek his head in. There's our Jamie.
A little glimpse of the man behind the scenes.
Yeah, so if you hear like a random voice echoing in the background, that might be him at some points in the episode. But also, besides the emergency room, another horrible thing happening is our trailer reactions over on YouTube. They're
That's not horrible.
No, the trailer reactions themselves are great.
Yeah.
But some of the trailers we're watching are pretty.
The trailers themselves are horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to watch some fun, like trailers and watch them get made fun of, that's what we're doing over there. But some of them are actually good. We've seen some good ones. We've seen some bad ones, so go check those out.
All. Yeah.
That's over at youtube.com/createforsanity. And
if you have any trailers you guys want us to watch, be sure to let us know and we'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do a trailer reacts for it. And then I've been watching more Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, how's that going?
It's going good. It's starting to get a little bit more serious.
Are you enjoying it, or is it like just a cash grab from the Dragon Ball folks?
No, it's definitely good. Dragon Ball Super is good. It's not great, though. Like, it's just now getting to a point where I'm like, oh, this is pretty great. And it's because Future Trunks has returned. So I'm enjoying that whole arc. The Future Trunks arc is pretty serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like it when they get serious with it. But nothing ever, Brent, and you will be reminded every day of your life for the rest of your life. Hunter.
Yes.
Brent Bass, watch Hunter.
All right. I'm going to watch it. I am going to watch it.
Watch it before you have to get back to the reality that is life.
I can promise you this. I won't watch another anime until I watch Hunter x Hunter. Unless, like, season 3 if some crazy shit comes out that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. That's fine with me. And then I started watching Over the Garden Wall.
What's that?
So it's like a Cartoon Network produced animated miniseries that came out in 2014, and it's really weird and creepy, honestly. I don't even know what it is.
Is it any good?
Yeah, it's good. I started watching it because it was like on some list of like things to watch around Halloween, like if you're looking for something good. And I'm telling you, watch Over the Garden Wall. If you're ever just like bored and want something super like artistic.
Where can I watch it at?
It's on Hulu and I think Netflix as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, what you do anything else this week?
Not much, man. Not much. I didn't have any crazy seizures or anything.
Man, dude, you're missing out, bro. You're missing out. Oh, speaking of which, American Dad is back.
What?
Yeah, like, I don't know if it's back or if I just missed this whole season. It's season 15, I believe, is the season that I
Is this on Hulu?
This is on Hulu. Yeah.
On Hulu.
Yeah.
I know they got rid of South Park on Hulu. It kind of bummed me out. I wanted to watch the COVID thing on. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Remember how season 14 of American Dad was like that really weird season where like just a bunch of weird shit happens?
Yeah, with the like weird TV thing
where
they had the
So this is the season after that. There's like episodes from 2020 in it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, April 13th, 2020. So definitely watch it. It's good. It's American Dad. Yeah, there's like a whole episode about The Weeknd, like literally like the singer.
The singer?
Like The Weeknd.
Does Steve sing a song with The Weeknd? Please
No,
tell
but
me.
but The Weeknd sings a song like made for the episode. Like it's so good.
I love when like real singers sing a song that's specifically made for like a stupid cartoon show. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's like it's basically about him being like a virgin, and he has to use his virgin powers to save Stan. Like it's so weird. They play it up like he's this, he's like getting so much pussy and like all this stuff, and then he's like, I have to tell you guys, like he's like, I've never had sex, and like it's just like he starts singing like The Weeknd, and it's just like beautiful, and it's about how he's never had sex, and that's where his powers come from to sing, and like
that's really funny.
It's pretty good. Anyways. But yeah, that was my last thing that I gotta say. I guess we can jump into the video game news if you would like.
Yeah, I guess we should roll on into the news this week. You know.
Well, just so you guys know, we are using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of these articles as our own. We are simply bringing them all to one place and throwing them in your face so you can enjoy the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little less
in your face.
Yeah.
News.
So let's start it out with Alessandro Barbosa at GameSpot. Last month, Microsoft announced the acquisition of ZeniMax Media and its subsidiaries, including Doom, The Elder Scrolls, and Fallout publisher Bethesda. While Microsoft hasn't detailed its release plans for Bethesda games in the future, Xbox's Phil Spencer says that the price of the deal isn't forcing any decisions. The acquisition cost Microsoft $7.5 billion and is expected to close soon, but Microsoft has said that existing exclusivity deals for games like Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo on the PlayStation 5 will not be changed. The future of Bethesda titles is less certain, however, with Microsoft previously stating that it would determine release platforms for games on a case-by-case basis. Spencer, speaking to Kotaku, didn't elaborate on that stance, but did mention that Microsoft has no obligation to release games on platforms it doesn't control for the financial aspect of the deal to make sense. Quote, we have xCloud and PC and Game Pass and our console base. I don't have to go to ship those games on any other platform other than the platforms that we support in order to kind of make the deal work for us, whatever that means, replied Spencer when asked about whether Microsoft will need to sell The Elder Scrolls 6 on PS5 to recoup costs. Although Spencer doesn't outright say whether future Bethesda titles will be multi-platform, it does seem clear now that Microsoft has the flexibility to decide that without having to think about the costs of the publisher purchase. It has also released Microsoft-funded titles on competing platforms, most recently with Ori and the Will of the Wisp on Nintendo Switch. Spencer does mention in the same interview that he doesn't see that strategy as sustainable, however. Combined with Obsidian Entertainment's output, as well as Playground Games' Fable reboot, the Xbox Series X and S are shaping up to be an RPG powerhouse. So basically, he's saying, you know how everybody was like, well, they have to put it on PlayStation because, they just spent $7.5 billion. They got to make that money. Phil Spencer's saying they don't have to do that.
And They really don't have to do that, though, because, like, you think about how compatible Game Pass is, especially if they can get it going on iPhone at some point in the future. I mean, I've seen videos of people playing Game Pass on their smart fridge, you know what I mean? Like, you can go on Amazon and buy a fucking, like Android tablet for like $50 or something and have a Game Pass device. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So, I mean, they really don't have to do that. They don't have to put the shit on PS4 because, like, they could just force people to play on fucking Game Pass. You know what I mean? Like, people will sit there and play Elder Scrolls 6 on their phone. I guarantee you. If it's their only option, I don't know.
I don't know. I think this is pissing a lot of people off whenever it comes to like PlayStation, just because for so long PlayStation was, at the top. Mm-hmm. And so whenever Xbox gets a little bit of its own, footing here, everybody's just getting angry. It's like creating like this big like war, and it doesn't need to be like that.
Yeah. That's unfortunately everybody's reaction to everything nowadays.
Yeah,
it's just to get angry. There's no civil discussion. There's no debate. It's just anger.
How mad can I get?
Yeah,
and how wrong is the opposition? Like, but the thing is like, Xbox needed to do something, and this is that something.
Yeah.
And I think it's the right something. And I think with Phil Spencer, being head of Xbox, you really don't have to worry too much about him being a dickhole about things and keeping things from other platforms. I honestly think that in the long run, yeah, it might be exclusive to Xbox for a little while, but eventually I think everything will come to every platform. Eventually. You might be waiting a couple of years, but I think eventually it will.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I think it's going to sell a shitload of Game Pass memberships. That's what I think. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
Okay. If you're still playing the Avengers, they just added a new patch, and they have a new outpost and stuff, and they've said that they're going to do a lot of shit, but they also are adding a little bit of incentive, I guess, to try to draw people back to the game. So if you have been playing the Avengers before all this, and you log back in October 22nd, they're going to give you 1,500 credits, 7,000 units, 250 upgrade modules, and 20 DNA keys, which if you play the game, that's a lot of, in-game currency. You can get, like, legendary skins and shit for this. So, exciting stuff.
Yeah. Did you see the PS5 user interface?
Oh, yeah, I did see that. It's pretty cool looking. Looks slick, if you will.
Yeah, I don't want to read the whole thing about it, but basically, they made it. Didn't they make it like available to people with PS4? Like you can just hop on there.
I don't know, Devin. Can you pull that up real quick?
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely have seen the PS5 interface though, and it looks pretty dang cool to me. I saw an Xbox interface too.
Yeah, I saw the Xbox interface. So with the PS5, apparently, the UI specifically will take advantage of 4K displays. And when you first start it up, you'll see a blinking PlayStation logo, and you have to press the PS button on the DualSense controller to reach the main menu. In this respect, it's very similar to the PS4's UI. The home screen itself looks like it will be very customizable as well. A game-specific background can be put on it, just like with PS4. In the demonstration, Sony loads right from rest mode into Sackboy: A Big Adventure, and the console's control center is located across the bottom of the screen. You pull it up by tapping the PS button once. All of your icons are then available. It resembles a taskbar you'd see on like a computer. And it gives you access to things like audio levels, power, controller battery level, your microphone, and notifications without having to exit the game. You can also check on a download status, this way enabling you to keep playing something else instead of pausing it to reach the main menu as you do on PS5. So there's also like a bunch of random things. There's like sharing features. Players in your party can share their screen, letting you view a private Let's Play, and you can even do this in picture-in-picture mode while you play your own game. So, like, if you just want to share, like, your screen with somebody that's on, like, your friends list, you can, things like that. Seems pretty interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know if it's, like, too exciting, but, I mean, it's the first glimpse at the next-gen home menu. You know what I'm saying?
See, what I want to see is how the store works. You know what I mean? Because honestly, the UI on either system has never really bothered me. But the PlayStation Store has always been way more like accessible to me than the Xbox Store.
Oh, you're crazy,
dude! I don't know, man. They're like way more clearly labeled and shit on everything. Like I can't find things I'm looking for on Xbox sometimes without like going into the search bar and you know what I mean.
There's been times where I get on the PlayStation Store and like I'll search for a game and I'll literally type in every letter to the game's title and until I like if I'm one letter off. And one letter off, it won't bring up the game.
See, I don't know. I haven't had that problem. To me, the PlayStation is way easier to navigate in the current gen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To send it. Yeah.
See, actually, I like Xbox's party
easier.
system a little bit more than PlayStation's. Then again, PlayStation's got a pretty decent party system too. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see this future.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So, you can't use the PS5 UI yet. But I'm pretty sure, maybe it was on Xbox you can do that right now.
Yeah,
there was like a beta for it on Xbox.
You have to be like in the Xbox Insider program or some shit like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think Jason might be. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Jason, let us know.
Yeah. Okay, so Outer Worlds, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the Outer Worlds is getting an update on Switch that's supposedly going to make the graphics better. I know a lot of people were complaining that the frame rate was bad and the textures were really muddy and stuff on the Switch.
Oh, big surprise.
Yeah, so, you know.
It'd be jumping from 480 to 720, guys.
I'm not exactly sure when the patch is coming, but I think it's coming on the same day it's going to go on sale, so October 22nd. A lot of stuff's happening on October 22nd. I don't know what the deal is with that day particularly, but, you know. So anyways, check that out. If you have it on Switch, you might want to try to jump back in, see if it's any better.
So some more good news from Xbox over here from your local Xbox guy, JAMAL. Gabe Gerwin at GameSpot says Microsoft has confirmed that Rainbow Six Siege is coming to Xbox Game Pass.
Hey.
It'll be available on both Xbox One and Android as a streaming game for Game Pass Ultimate subscribers, but not PC, unfortunately. It releases on October 22nd.
That's a great addition to Game Pass, and I think it's going to fluff up the Rainbow Six community a little bit, which is what it needs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. It's a big...
Dude, that's a toxic community for sure. Like,
I feel like most of the best games have toxic communities just because the people are that much more serious about it. You know what I'm saying? Can you blame them for being horrible people? You know, like whenever they have such good games.
I have noticed that. Like when you first start playing a game and it's not very popular, everybody's all happy and like friendly and shit. And then like the more popular a game gets, the more everybody just turns into an asshole. It's like
they become jaded, you know?
That's how that Firewall 0 Hour game became on PlayStation VR, dude. It was so fun at first. Everybody was so happy and like having a good time. And now it's like, if you're even kind of bad, they're just like, fuck you.
They don't want you wasting their time, bro. You know, you should have been there day one.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. No, just kidding. But anyways, what you got? What you got, Brent?
Okay. I got another one here that I'm not going to read the whole article for. But they're doing a Halloween thing for Call of Duty Warzone. And it started now, I think.
Yeah, it's The Haunting of Verdansk.
Yeah.
We tried it out. Me and Devin tried it out before, we started recording.
Well, what'd you think?
It's pretty cool looking.
It's nighttime, right? They put a nighttime mode?
It's nighttime. So there's like a nighttime mode 3. It's like a trios. Yeah. So I don't know if y'all can hear Devin, so I'm going to repeat everything he's saying, but there's a 3...
I got it all written down here. I could just tell you guys.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay. I thought you were just like, nighttime trios.
So there's the nighttime mode with, I guess, trios. Yeah. And then there's the zombie mode where instead of going to the gulag, you come back as a zombie and you like have to fight bunches of zombies, I guess? I don't know.
No, you come back as a zombie and you can respawn as a human when you come back as you can come back as a zombie and... Yeah, you kill somebody, they drop an antidote, you come back as a human.
Oh.
And then it just goes on like that forever until
until everybody's dead?
Basically, yeah.
That sounds horrible.
Until you're the last person. That's Oh yeah, if you get killed as a zombie, you die. Okay.
And they added skins from Saw and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Which I wish it wasn't just skins. I thought there was going to be like a crazy mode. Like
I would love for like a Jigsaw to be chasing you around the map or something, you know what I mean?
On his little tricycle.
It's so fucking funny, dude.
Like instead of like getting like a 4-wheeler or like a quad, he just has like a little like tricycle that goes at the same speed as a fucking 4-wheeler.
Dude, imagine like you're just camping with your squad though, and like all of a sudden you just hear a chainsaw rev up and like fucking Leatherface bust through the wall, you know? That would be awesome.
Or you like go down into the subway and all the doors shut and it's like, I want to play a game.
Oh,
and then
dude,
you're just like, no.
Sick.
And then you got to play a game, and it's just basically Warzone. But that's it. I don't know I didn't plan this. I had no plans.
Apparently, they're adding some other stuff too. There's going to be a nighttime plunder mode coming pretty soon. So
they should do a bird watch mode.
What's bird watch mode? Dare I ask?
You just watch birds.
That's it.
Like I'm out here coming up with all the new stuff. Okay.
I like it. I mean, hey, you know.
Just kidding. Anyways, so Steve Watts at GameSpot says Microsoft has issued an update to its Xbox apps on iPhone and iPad, which enables remote play to stream games from a local Xbox One console to your mobile device. The feature supports Xbox One and will support Xbox Series X and Series S games, but doesn't work with backward compatibility for Xbox 360 or original Xbox. This is similar to PS4 Remote Play on iOS, which was added via the PS4 Remote Play app last year. That's a separate app entirely, while the Xbox Remote Play functionality is folded directly into the main Xbox app. This is distinct from Microsoft's xCloud streaming service, which is now offered as part of Xbox Game Pass. That feature streams games directly to your device from cloud servers. Microsoft has had some trouble getting that functionality onto iOS due to Apple's policies, but the company is reportedly planning to bring the functionality through a browser app. That's also the method being used by its competitor game streaming service, Amazon Luna. Okay, I don't care about any of that. All I wanted to say was that now you can do like the PS4 Remote Play, but on Xbox. Why? I don't know. Why is this news? Why did this just now happen? I don't know. But I figured maybe you could tell me.
Yeah, I'm surprised you couldn't do that before.
Yeah, I thought you could. That's the weird thing about this. I didn't know this was like a new thing. But
oh well.
Okay. There it is.
Okay. People are pissed about NBA 2K21.
Now that's some news.
Apparently, on top of the game being terrible, they have added new ads throughout the game. And
Oculus Quest ads.
Oculus Quest ads. You know, that Oculus Quest money. I'm not mad about what they're advertising. I'm mad about the ad itself.
Yeah, it's very strange. People are paying. Is this the one that people are going to have to pay $70 for on next gen?
This is the one that's $70 on next gen or $100 for the fucking premium edition. For
that gets you both of them,
for the
right?
Black Mamba edition. Yeah.
It gets you both of them. Like
the deluxe edition of both of them. But still, fuck that, dude. Fuck all of that.
Yeah.
And this is like the same thing they tried to do in the fucking UFC game recently, and they got so much backlash for,
Well, I think this is weird. That was it an accident, like the ad?
No, this isn't an accident. It's still in the game now, I'm pretty sure.
They just don't care, dude. They just like fucking up. So I got some more Xbox news. I didn't even realize how much Xbox news I got. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Alessandro Barbosa at GameSpot. With the launch of the Xbox Series X and Series S just around the corner, Microsoft is continually adding to its growing list of exclusives that will be enhanced for its new consoles. Halo the Master Chief Collection will be included, too, with support for 120 frames per second and up to 4K. The collection will receive an update on November 17th, a week after the console launch, that will optimize the entire catalog of Halo classics for the capabilities of the new consoles. That means 120 FPS support in both the campaigns and multiplayer, as well as up to 4K support and additional split-screen optimizations on the Xbox Series X. Although the tweet something about it's like a big typo. I have no idea, but it doesn't mention the capabilities of the Series S version of the game.
How are they going to have that whole fucking catalog of Master Chief Collection games optimized for fucking Xbox Series X, but we've been waiting fucking forever for like the last couple of games to come to PC? Like, I don't understand. Like, is it
maybe because they've been spending their time trying to get it ready for the Xbox, dog?
I guess, but
they don't give a fuck about your PC.
Is it that much different? Like, I don't know these things, like why isn't it just kind of pisses me off,
I don't know, dude.
We just got ODST on fucking PC. I don't know. Anyways, whatever.
Yeah, what you got? Big
okay.
angry boy over there.
I'm angry. I'm pissed. I'm as mad as those 2K21 players.
I don't know if you're that mad.
I'm not that mad. Okay, the 13 remake, due on November 10th, has been delayed for one system, the Nintendo Switch.
Ooh, surprise, surprise.
Publisher Microids has announced the delay, explaining that the game will now release in 2021. A specific date or time frame within 2021 has not been nailed down. Yeah, and there's a new trailer out for the game, too. Basically just showing off the guns. I personally don't think the new 13 game looks cartoony enough.
No, it doesn't. It looks like it almost looks like Borderlands.
Yeah, but not even less cartoony than that. And like that's one of the big things about 13 is like it needs to be like super cell shaded. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't really care. I just don't think it's going to be that good.
I think it would be good if it was fucking more cell shaded.
So the game is going to not be good because it's not cell shaded.
Yeah, I mean, look how beautiful it looked back in the day. Look at that cell shaded art. I feel like it worked better with that old school graphics. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just crazy, but like I almost feel like the old one looks better than the new one just because of the art style. You know what I mean?
True. I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see. I don't remember the game being that good, honestly.
It's not that good, but it's not bad either. I mean, it's just like any other shooter.
Like, it was cool.
I mean?
It was cool back then just because of, like you said, the way it looked. But, nowadays we've had so many games pull that same art style that it doesn't really matter. I'm not that like, whoa, this is crazy. There's no reason to remake this game, honestly. Like, really, there's not.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
They should have left it in the past. Yeah. Haley Williams at GameSpot says ghost hunting game Phasmophobia has become a surprise hit since it launched in early access, especially among Twitch streamers who are getting into the spirit of Halloween. Unfortunately, the game appears to be plagued by hackers, with some now appearing to target the lobbies of players who are live on stream.
What the fuck? Why?
Yeah, as a PvE game.
How do they do that?
I don't know. Phasmophobia hasn't implemented anti-cheat, but some players are calling for it to be added to cut down on hackers who are making the game unenjoyable for others. At its most innocent, hacks can be used to increase the numbers of players allowed to join a lobby for those who want to play with more than 3 other people. But the hacking tools are also being used for harassment. A Google search currently turns up numerous YouTube videos and forums providing guides on how to hack the game. Multiple Twitch streamers have had their private lobbies raided by hackers who then spawn ghosts into the lobby screen to inflict jump scares on streamers enjoying a moment of rest. While the game is a horror game designed to cause a scare or two, these kinds of unexpected scares are more confronting and can cause genuine distress for the players experiencing them. Genuine distress.
The game is scary as fuck.
According to a post in the game's Discord server, Phasmophobia Studio Connect Games is aware of the hacks and is working on a solution. Quote, "We are aware that there have been a number of games that have been using third-party tools, cheats to modify the game. This includes changes such as increasing player limits, changing AI behavior, and simply increasing money or level." The announcement reads, "We cannot support this as it is causing a number of issues across the game, including the corruption of saved games and destabilizing the servers for other players. Currently, the devs have advised players to avoid modded lobbies as much as possible. The easiest way to determine if a lobby is modded is if it has more than 4 players," the update reads. So,
yeah, I mean, that sucks that people would ruin such a fun little game that isn't even like competitive, you know, like you're all working together. That's like the whole point of the game. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I get it, like you want to add more people or whatever, but like I don't know, man. It just ruins the integrity of these games, you know? It's like the people cheating on Among Us. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you have to gain from this? You know, like, is this really worth your time? I don't know.
Well, I think they just want to be like popping up on big streamers' streams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like they go in and they hack it, and then they do a jump scare while they're like in a private lobby. You know, it'd be funny.
Yeah, that would scare me a little bit, but still, I don't know, man.
Yeah. What
Anyways,
you got?
Let's see. Okay. So, let's see. Games Radar has confirmed that the PT, Silent Hill PT, will not be backwards compatible through PS5. So, if you have it downloaded on your PS4, it's the only way you're going to be able to play it. There's no getting it back whenever the new hardware rolls around.
That's such a given. But
it is kind of a given, but at the same time, it's like, you know.
But I have seen somewhere that apparently Konami might provide another means to getting access to that. So
yeah, but as it stands,
on the PS5.
I feel like the PT, if you have a fucking console with PT on it, that shit's going to be worth something one day. You know, if it's not already worth something, like it will be worth something.
You can always download it to an external hard drive and put it on a different PS4. You know, like just not a PS5.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I mean, there's just not. I mean, you know, there's not a lot of ways to get your hands on the actual legit PT. You know what I mean?
For sure. I mean, what if they came out and they were like, "We're doing it, guys. There's going to be a PT for real."
One day they have to. I mean, like they're like obligated to make PT. Like I don't know, somebody's got to create it. You know,
Konami's not obligated to do shit. They're just out there making their pachinko games or whatever.
It's just too good, and there's too much like lore surrounding it and shit. Like I feel like it would be like a hit.
Speaking of which, that's our background. If you're watching the live stream, or if you watch the YouTube video version of this, we just have that weird lady from PT behind us. It's so comforting.
Yeah.
Anyways, what you got? I'm out of news.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. Apparently, I'm just going to read it. With Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War in cross-platform open beta now, it's inevitable that data miners will be in the game's files, trying to find more juicy secrets and exploits before the game's release on November 13th. It seems the data miners have been anticipated by developer Treyarch, however, with a number of the game's files leading to Rickrolls. A screenshot of the game's exe file shows a number of bit.ly links disguising Rickrolls, a link to the classic YouTube video of Rick Astley's 1987 classic, Never Gonna Give You Up. So that's kind of fun on Treyarch's part, you know, like like a little middle finger to all the people fucking digging through their files. Double Fine is adding a bunch of their classics to Game Pass on October 29th. We're getting Day of the Tentacle, Full Throttle, and Grim Fandango. So Grim Fandango is a straight classic, so if you might want to check that out. Arcade 1-Up is putting out a table pretty soon that's going to be, like, you can play virtual board games on the table. It's going to have Monopoly, Battleship, Chutes and Ladders, etc., tons of games. It's going to be like $500 or something. Oh, that's for the small one. There's going to be $500 or $700 depending on how big of a table you want. But it looks pretty cool. You can play online with people, or you can just sit and like hang out with your friends, play board games virtually. And EA hasn't officially announced it yet, but the rumored remaster of the Mass Effect trilogy keeps popping up enough to seem all but confirmed at this point, especially now that the ratings for the game have now begun to surface. The Game Rating and Administration Committee of Korea has published a rating for Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which is supposedly the name of the current generation remaster that is in development that will include Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
So hopefully that's real. It's got to be real at this point, you know. I've seen way too many articles, and the fact that it's called Legendary Edition, that just gets me all hyped, dude, you know?
Just because it's called Legendary
yeah,
Edition?
dude, I'm about to get Legendary with it.
I like that.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I tried the first one. It was just too outdated for me. So maybe this will be my chance.
Dude, the first Mass Effect, sorry, I almost called it the first masterpiece because that's what the fuck it is. It's fucking amazing, dude. It's like the best game ever.
Well, we'll see about that. We'll see, Brent Bass. You know, you're the only person in the world that likes Mass Effect. No, I'm just kidding. No, just kidding. Anyway, so who's Mick Wallace 420? When was that? That was a while back. I didn't even see when that happened. But shout out to Mick Wallace 420, you know, for following us. So that's it for this week's gaming news. Now we're going to jump into this week's releases, where I'm going to try and let you know which brand new games are coming out in the next 7 days as I work around this giant cut on my tongue. Okay, we're going to start with Uppers, coming to PC on October 21st. Couldn't find a price, but bashing actions in Uppers is amped with voltage to the max. What does that even mean? What is? Did that make any sense to you when I read that?
When I say that again, I kind of sounded like you were having a stroke. I'm sorry.
Bashing actions in Uppers is amped with voltage to the max.
No, that didn't make.
That doesn't make any sense.
So, it's if you say it with enough confidence, it sounds right though.
It sounds like a good stroke. Uppers is a beat-em-up that puts you in control of various fighters on their quest to prove themselves the best on Last Resort Island. And then we have Horus coming to Switch on October 21st for $14.99. Horus invites players to overcome challenging puzzles and defeat difficult bosses while evoking a range of emotions that will leave some laughing, crying, and cheering their way through a touching narrative. And then we have Goner 2 coming to Switch, Xbox One, PC, October 22nd for $12.99. The altruistic and unexpected hero, Ick, is back in Goner 2. Battle crazy bosses and lose your head a lot in this messy, cute, fast-paced, procedurally generated platformer.
I don't even remember Goner 1.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. Maybe they started with Goner 2.
Actually, I remember the little skull symbol and that one, you know? I feel like I've seen that somewhere, you know? But I don't know.
I do not. It looks like a snake or something. And then we have Dwarfheim coming to PC on October 22nd. Couldn't find a price for this one. But Dwarfheim is a cooperative strategy game where you build, manage, and defend a dwarven city against the constant threats of feral trolls and rivaling dwarven clans in a search for the ancient throne of Dwarfheim. Okay.
Okay.
And then we have Raise the Dead, R-A-Y-S, like it's his, the dead. Coming to PC October 22nd. Couldn't find a price. But in Raise the Dead, join Ray as he makes unlikely friendships and builds a diverse zombie army on his quest to find out how he was killed, why he was resurrected, and why this giant bulb is sticking out of his head.
Oh, thanks.
And then we have Disc Room coming to PC and Switch on October 22nd for $14.99. Are you ready to get sliced in half? Step into the oversized spacesuit of a brave scientist and explore this sprawling intergalactic slaughterhouse.
Are you ready to get mutilated?
Are you trying to get stabbed? You trying to have your legs peeled from your body? No, but and then we have They Bleed Pixels coming to Switch on October 22nd for $9.99. They Bleed Pixels is a fiendishly difficult action platformer inspired by H.P. Lovecraft and classic horror.
Okay.
And then we have Hello. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to read it. Hello, Puppets, coming to PC VR October 22nd for $19.99. Hello, Puppets is a horror comedy adventure that turns your hand into a living, talking puppet named Scout.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's,
wait, is this a VR game?
Yes, PC VR.
Oh, bro, I'm playing this. Hold up.
Monster Prom 2. Monster Camp. It's coming to PC on October 23rd. Couldn't find a price, but Monster Prom 2. Monster Camp. brings you more of the world's best and maybe only multiplayer dating sim, but in a way you've never expected.
Multiplayer dating sim? Are you
Would
dating
just
people
be
online?
Online dating?
Yeah, what the fuck?
But in a way you've never expected. This humorous and heartbreaking sequel now takes you to summer camp. And then we have Transformers Battlegrounds coming to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on October 23rd for $39.99. As evil Megatron closes in on the Allspark, Bumblebee and the Autobots need a new commander to help save Earth. You assemble your squad and roll out for a battle that will rage from Central City to Cybertron. Okay, and then we have Jetboard Joust coming to PC on October 23rd. Couldn't find a price. Wage aerial battles with alien raiders in Jetboard Joust in a joyous fusion of classic arcade shoot 'em up and modern roguelikes gameplay systems. Okay. And then we have Under coming to PC on October 25th. Couldn't find a price, but enter the mind of traumatized World War I veteran Alexander Doctor and experience the terrorizing experience of trying to escape a sinking ocean liner while being haunted by the most terrifying entities you've ever come across.
Yo, this looks dope. Hold up.
Under?
Really?
Are you talking about the game Under? Is that the one?
Oh, you're thinking of The Under. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
This looks tight though. Look at these pictures. I'm all about sinking ships. That kind of freaks me out. And then you make some ghosts in there, dude.
Oh yeah.
I could get behind this.
And World War I. I'm down with World War I.
Yeah, dude. Ooh, it's like a Titanic type ship. Oh
Poseidon.
man. Yes.
Yeah. Then we have Chicken Range coming to Switch on October 26th for $29.99. In the fun and quirky shoot 'em up game Chicken Range, the object of the game is to shoot the chickens using an array of different weaponry, from pistols to AK-47s, RPGs to alien ray guns. And then we have Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid saga continues. Coming to Xbox One, Switch, PS4, on October 27th for $39.99. Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid saga continues is a 2-player side-scrolling beat-em-up based on the hit series. And then we have Hammer Ting coming to PC on October 27th. Couldn't find a price.
Hammer Ting?
In Hammer Ting, manage a dwarven mining colony in the unexplored mountains of Mar. This is the second dwarven colony that we are mining today. As the war rages in the overworld, you will need to craft, explore, and fight as you provide your allies with the finest weapons and gear to assist in the war against evil. And then we have Ghost Runner coming to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on October 27th for $29.99. In Ghost Runner, enter an intense cyberpunk world and experience fierce, dynamic combat. Conquer your enemies in the physical world and in cyberspace. Yeah.
Another VR one, is it?
I believe that might have some VR, but it's coming to Switch and Xbox One, so then again, maybe not. But Oddworld New and Tasty is coming to Switch on October 27th for $29.99. This reincarnation of the classic platforming adventure game Abe's Odyssey places players in the strange odd world with advanced new physics and visual quality to connect players to the game like never before.
They should have just called it Abe's Odyssey Remastered. I feel like that would have sold a lot better for people who were like fans of the series back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, especially with all the hype behind remasters going on right now, you know?
But this is new and tasty. And then we got Cardo coming to PS4 and PC on October 27th. Couldn't find a price. Carto is a tile placement adventure game where you explore the lands you placed and discover the secrets while exploring. What will happen to the world and the characters when you rearrange the tiles of the map? Most of that sounded like just the worst.
Yeah,
so
that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, we got a bad week of game releases here, guys.
I don't know, man. That horror movie sock puppet game looks kind of tight. I don't know what that is. And the game where you're sinking on the ship looks pretty cool.
Under.
Yeah. So,
I like that. Okay, well, that's it for this week's releases. And we're going to jump on over to currently playing. Brent, what are you playing?
Oh, man, I've been playing a lot of stuff, man. I've been playing some Echo VR with Devin over here, our personal Jamie, man. We've been getting it in. It's like ultimate frisbee in space, man, except you're flying around in zero gravity, throwing discs through hoops and shit, man. It's a lot of fun.
Can you tackle?
No, but you can punch each other in the face, man.
Oh, I like that.
I like to, grab people's leg and, climb their body through zero G and then just steal them off in the face. It's really satisfying, man. Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
It's a good time.
You guys were streaming that, right?
Yes, we were.
Yeah, you guys can catch the stream over on facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast.
I also got the opportunity just a second ago to try the Quest 2 for just a brief moment, and I'm very, very pleased with how well it works. For $300, this is a bet, guys. You guys got to go get you a Quest 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey a lot, like several hours a day. Like, this is a game with a lot of meat on the bones. You know what I mean? I keep uncovering like new threads and pulling them, and then they like keep like unraveling into like big, huge missions that are like part of this like main quest.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, man. I feel a little less overwhelmed now, and now I'm just like want to explore the whole map. And
just because you're deeper?
I'm deeper. I'm like 40 hours in, and I still feel like I'm only like halfway through the game. You know what I mean?
Nice.
It's like an insane amount of content. Again, I still feel like I liked Origins a little more just because it was more like concise, and it felt like, I don't know, more put together.
More tailored for you.
Yeah, it was better for me. And I'm hoping Valhalla is like a little bit smaller than Odyssey, but
they've already said that. They've already said it's going to be smaller.
Good. Cuz like, I don't know, Origins was like the perfect size. You know, it felt like a big game, and this is like double the fucking size of that. It's like but it's really pretty. It's a lot of fun, and I'm having a good time with it. I'll probably beat it by next week if I go at the same rate that I've been going. So
Word. I like that.
And I'll probably jump back into Avengers when they give me that free money. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing's free when it comes to Marvel.
Avengers, yeah.
So I played some Warzone, got a dub, and then...
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with getting a dub. It was in quads. And then I tried out this game. I was like, okay, I need to try something. I need to try a different game. So I downloaded from Game Pass Tales of Vesperia.
I don't think I've heard of that.
It's like so Tales games are kind of like Final Fantasy in the way that they're not really connected to each other, but each one is called like Tales of whatever. And
okay,
then, you know,
it was a 360 game.
Yes, and it's pretty good so far. I mean, it's very fantasy. It's very like JRPG. Yeah,
it's got that Ni no Kuni look to it almost. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Genshin Impact?
Oh, yeah,
no,
yeah.
It's not like Genshin Impact. No, but
which, by the way, I played a little bit of that too.
How's that?
It's pretty sick, actually, dude. Like,
yeah, I saw a guy posted like I guess it was on Reddit or something. He had spent like $47,000 already in Genshin Impact.
What an idiot!
Yeah, he's probably...
That's your own fault.
He's
man.
probably dead at this point. But
how can you have that little impulse control?
Dead.
You know?
Yeah. It's grossed over 100 million. 47,000 of that belongs to one guy.
Say, you got a couple of those guys. You don't need very many.
But yeah, so
it is really good though. It's like basically Breath of the Wild on your phone. You know what I mean?
I've heard it. Other than the fact it looks like Breath of the Wild, that's not Breath of the Wild.
It's similar. I mean, like it's got a lot, like the stamina bar, the climbing, the gliding, the.
What do you even do though?
I mean, you go around exploring and doing shit like Breath of the Wild. You know.
Is there not a story? Like, how's it?
It's weak. It's like this witch lady comes and she's like steals your brother or something. I don't know.
I hate it when that happens. Those witches always stealing my brothers.
But the game itself, it's a beautiful game, especially when you're playing on like your phone or something. You know. I don't know. I like it.
Anyways, that's what we've been playing. We're gonna jump on over to topic of the show. Topic of the show. Let's do that. Today's topic of the show is the best jump scares in video games, and this is our top picks for those jump scares. Now, one of mine, you could say, is like it's just like I'm throwing it out there. It's not really a jump scare, but I feel like you'd understand if I explain myself. But I'm just going to throw this one out there because it's like a honorable mention. It is Call of Duty Warzone. Whenever you're just like you're playing solos and you're just like creeping through like a town, or like you crawl up on a building and like you're about to like look, and then out of nowhere you just get domed. That's like one of the biggest jump scares I've ever experienced in a game. Like where you're not expecting it whatsoever, and like you're just like, yeah, I'm all loaded up. I got all my shit. Like I got my loadout. Everything's all good. And then all of a sudden just, and then just like you just drop, and then you're either in the gulag or you're fucked. But I think that's one of the biggest jump scares I've ever experienced in a game. Is like that situation. So I just had to throw that honorable mention out there.
That's very real. Yeah.
All right. Let's start this out. I got 5. How many you got?
I got a shitload. So
all right. Then you go first.
Maybe you should go first in case you've got something that I've got, and then.
Okay. Well then, I would have to say let's start with the Alien Isolation, the xenomorph attack scenes. Like anytime the xenomorph like spots you, it's just like the ultimate jump scare, because you can be running away and like suddenly like it'll just grab you and like turn you around and make you face it and like stuff like that. It's just really creepy.
Okay, so I'm not going to lie, like a lot of mine are in VR, because to me the scariest experiences are in VR. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't help that.
That makes sense.
But like in Alien Isolation, when you're playing in VR, the first scene where you see the alien for the first time and he like
stabs through that one guy.
Yeah, well, no, when you're like hiding behind the desk and like he like comes out of the vent in front of you, and like you're sitting there in VR,
and the tail hits the floor beside you. The tail
hits the floor and it slides past you in VR, dude. That shit is so terrifying. Like, oh my god,
dude. I can only imagine. What
that whole
scene like in VR.
Oh man, it's honestly one of the better VR games, and it doesn't even have like an official VR mode. You know what I mean?
They need to make an official VR for that.
They really do.
Or Alien Isolation 2 should just be a VR game.
Oh man, I would kill for that. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to do 2 of them because I'm sure you don't have either of these.
Okay.
And they're both VR, so they're kind of similar. In The Inpatient, which is the or actually it's the prequel to Until Dawn.
Yeah.
It's this VR game. There's this part where you're like, the whole beginning of the game starts out and you're in this room in like an insane asylum and you're sitting there kind of just chilling with your roommate. And then like there's a part in the game where you wake up in the middle of the night and the door to your room is open. And it hasn't been open the whole game. And you go out and you start walking down the hallway to this like insane asylum, you know? And to me, this is one of the fucking most terrifying jump scares I've ever had in a game. Like, it just pops this fucking ghost dude right in your face for no fucking reason. And he's just like, and it is so fucking horrifying, dude. Like oh man, I came out of my skin. You know what I mean?
Do you have a hall pass?
That's probably the most jumpiest jump scare on my whole list. Like the one that really made me like just fucking come out of my fucking self, you know? And the whole rest of the game, there's like a couple scary moments, but nothing like that. Like, yeah, it was intense. And then my other one I was going to talk about is Transference, which is that VR game that Elijah Wood made. You remember that?
Yeah, I forgot he was doing that.
It was good. It ended up being a really good game. It's one of those hidden gem games that nobody ever talks about, but it was like really good. But at the beginning of that game, there's a part where you like go into this like stairwell. Imagine like an apartment complex and like the stairwell is going up and there's like different doors on each level of the stairs. You go out into the stairwell and you like start going down the stairs and like this fucking, I can't even describe it really. Just this shadow thing just starts like coming at you, like clinging to the stairs, and it was so fucking scary. And all the lights are like going off around you and shit. It's like really, really terrifying.
That sounds intense. I need to experience this. How have I not experienced this in VR?
It's a great game, especially on PlayStation. It's one of the few games on PlayStation that like looks really, really crispy through the VR headset. It's like awesome. It's a good game.
Gotcha. So my next one is Outlast. Right at the very beginning of the first one, whenever you're like trying to weasel your way through between the junk and the wall, and the big dude just like grabs you. Yeah, you like don't expect it. Like you're just like.
I have that exact same sequence listed on mine too.
Yeah, dude. That's Yeah, even Devin agrees. That is super intense.
It's the most, in my opinion, one of the most memorable parts of Outlast. Like that,
yes.
And the dude like cutting your finger off or whatever. You know what I mean?
The guy that's like stabbed through, like, you know what I'm talking about? The guy who's like up on the thing. He's got like a stick through
Oh
him.
yeah, at the very beginning.
Yeah, and you like walk by him, and then he starts like moving.
I would have been gone at that point, dude.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw a Spike guy, I just turned back around and gone out the window or something.
I can always find a different job. Yeah, like, what was that guy thinking? But anyways, yeah, so that's my number 4 there.
Yeah, I got that one on there too, man. That guy in general just was scary as fuck, man, throughout the whole game. That's a game that needs a fucking VR mode.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so in Layers of Fear, VR, of course, but also in the normal game. This happens in both versions. There's a part in the game, and up until this part in the game, there has been no, like, anthropomorphic monster coming after you. It's all just been, like, paintings coming to life and, like, looking at you weird and weird shit, but no, like, monster. You know what I mean? And, like, there comes a point in Layers of Fear where you, like, are walking and you, like, look out the window and you see, like, this house in the distance with, like, a light flickering on and off, and there's like this creepy lady standing under the light, like doing this with her head, you know what I mean? And like if you watch her long enough, like the light will blink on and off, and like eventually the light will blink off, and when it comes back on, she won't be there. And when you turn around, she's like right there in your fucking face, and it is like
can you kill her? What do you do?
You just run, dude. Like, she just appears for a second and then she disappears. So it's not like an actual threat to you, but
that's terrifying.
Dude, I had to stop playing.
I bet, dude.
It was so scary, man. And then, like, 5 minutes later, they get you again with the same crazy-headed chick. Like, you open, like, the door to one of the rooms, and then, like, she, like, is right there, and she's like, ah, and then the door slams in your face. Oh, dude, so scary.
What's your problem? Yeah, okay, so my next one is the Resident Evil, like the original Resident Evil, you know, the dogs that bust through the windows, like in that one part of the mansion or the Spencer estate.
That shit is so scary.
Yeah, like it's like you kind of, like the first time you do it, you're not expecting it whatsoever. And you just like walking through, everything seems pretty calm. And like there's obviously the windows, and suddenly like a dog literally just busts through like right in front of you. Like no warning whatsoever.
And they're so fast compared to the zombies in the game.
Yeah.
Like
I forget what they're called, but I think they're like bloodhounds or something like that. But yeah, those things creep me out big time. I was always afraid they were gonna bust back through whenever even after I killed them. So.
All right, I gotta say this one just because it's like super obvious and like everybody needs to know how terrifying it is. Fucking Lisa from Silent Hill PT, the background of our video.
The background of the vid.
This bitch is so scary, dude. She appears randomly throughout the fucking thing, and she's also got scripted appearances throughout PT. But like, there's several parts in PT that like where it's just like horrifying, like where like there's a part where like the lamp falls above you or something, and you like look up on the banister and she's like looking down at you like this, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so unsettling. And then the end part where she like actually kills you is like so it's probably the scariest moment in a game ever, you know what I mean? Like,
and the out of bounds people that like figured out that the whole time you're walking around, she's sitting on your back.
Oh,
like she's literally like just riding on your back the whole time, like with her head like doing that weird shake thing.
There's a purpose for that too, though, because there's a part where the lighting in the game is like meant to show her shadow behind you doing the fucking head thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean the fact that she's constantly following you though, like it's
terrifying.
Always like no matter what, she's just hanging out.
And then they get you with the door thing in this one, too. Like, there's a part where you go past the door, and she's like,
how does she do it? She's like,
and she, like, slams the door on you, you know? It's fucking scary.
Okay. So, my next one is basically any scripted sequence or like the bear even in Condemned
Oh fuck, dude.
What's the second one?
Criminal Origins.
No, Criminal Origins is the first
Bloodshot.
one. Bloodshot. Condemned Bloodshot. The bears, the whole entire bear scene is terrifying. Not to mention the mannequins. Not to mention anytime a crackhead just busts up in your dome like out of the dark.
You know, frankly, Condemned holds up pretty well today, just because of how creepy everything was. Even with the bad graphics, it almost makes it creepier.
The graphics aren't even that bad.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like it holds up pretty good. Like I don't mean bad graphics. I just mean it came out on fucking what, Xbox?
Yeah, it's dated.
Original Xbox.
No, it came out on 360.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like one of the first games out on 360, but it was a Sega game. Sega's always got like nicer graphics, you know, for whatever reason.
Also, I like the little investigation mechanics you had to do in
Yeah.
it wasn't just like a straight, survival horror. Like it was also like a whodunit kind of mixed in. You know?
It starts out that way, then you slowly become like
yeah, okay, it gets pretty fucked
just
up.
cracked out, like like literally just on crack or some shit. But like no, the graphics weren't so bad for the time. But anyways, that game had so many jump scares, but I love the game and the story so much that I played through like multiple times when it came out.
Dude, yeah, definitely. That's a good one. Okay, so my next one will be literally anytime you die on Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm sorry. I know this isn't like, what I should say, but it scares the fuck out of me, dude. Like, I can't fucking play that game because I'll have a fucking heart attack, dude. Like, straight
Really?
up. Yeah, it scares
I've never played it.
It scares the piss out of me, dude. Like, every time you die, like, a fucking animatronic Chuck E. Cheese monster just hops up in your face and like, it's so fucking scary.
It just
dude.
jump scare the game.
It shouldn't be as scary as it is because it's like a stupid, like, kids game, you know what I mean? But it scares the hell out of me, especially if you play the VR fucking one, dude. Like, don't even get me started, bro. Like, oh my god, dude. Fuck those little animatronic little bitches, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my final one here.
I always know it's coming, too. I know it's going to happen, and it still scares the shit out of me, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've never played it. I'll have to check it out. I know it's cheap now, but yeah, my final one is the piano in Mario 64. Is the ultimate jump scare.
Oh my god, dude, that's one. That's a good one right there.
Like where it's just like a chill piano in like the boo. Like, what is that level? I forget what the level is.
It's when all the boos show up in the courtyard and you like jump into the little house, you know.
Yeah, it's like
the little bird cage or whatever.
That's what it is. Yeah, and so
if you're on DS, it's where you unlock Luigi.
L is real. Yeah, it's that part
I think
where.
So, anyways.
Is it in that area? Yeah. Because all the boos are in the little courtyard, and then you end up jumping into the bird cage. That's what it is. Okay, so you walk up to the piano thinking, everything's all Gucci. And then suddenly the piano has giant ass teeth and it's fucking jumping around towards you, and can cause damage. It's pretty crazy.
It's so fucking scary, dude. Especially as a kid, you're not expecting it. And it's like loud as fuck and like, oh my god, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
it right there, yeah.
What you got?
Okay. Let's see. I know I got another one on here. Oh wait, we already talked about Alien Isolation. Okay, actually I think that's all I've got. But I will say this, honorable mention, since we talked about Condemned. Fear is a good one from back in the day with lots of like random little jump scares just like implemented throughout the game, and it actually holds up pretty well today.
Though I feel like Condemned is a better example of what Fear tried to do.
Way scary, for sure, just because it's like grungier feeling, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Fear was more like if you took like those older like Quake games and tried to make them into like a scary game. Like I don't know how to explain it.
See, the problem with Fear is its age, I think if you would take the same exact game with all the scripted sequences and shit and like make it like better looking for today's time, it would be really good,
Yeah,
there are points that are like really scary. You could just tell they didn't have like the technology to make it like they really wanted to, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, dude. I think they should remaster it just to get people interested in it again,
and then do a sequel
or do a VR one.
Oh, VR! I've been wanting VR for that because I think you could actually do VR for that, especially on the Quest. After playing like the Half-Life remake or the Wolfenstein remake they did, I feel like it would be.
But they got to remake it for VR, like from the ground up.
There's a guy that's doing all this on SideQuest. He does it himself, and like you have to have like the actual, you have to buy the game on Steam and then like put the code into your Quest, which isn't as hard as it sounds. But like he makes the shit, and like he makes it for VR, Oculus Quest. It's really cool.
That sounds awesome.
He did Quake, I think, also Quake 2 or something like that. I don't know.
I've yet to play any of these on VR. I need to up my VR game. But anyways, that's it for our topic of the show. We're gonna jump on over to the People's Champ. Brent, you gotta pick us a champion here.
Well, I can tell you probably who the champion's gonna be.
Are you saying that you have predetermined this?
I'm not saying that at all.
Are you saying that this is rigged?
I'm just saying that
the people need to know.
I'm just saying that Jason asked like 5 or 6 questions, so
did he?
It's way more likely that it's gonna be Jason. But I'm still giving everybody a fair chance. Hang on, let's see.
Give him a fair shake.
Let's see. Hold on.
Brent's checking.
Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, actually, I'm gonna give it to Hans. Yo there. Yeah, it's a good one. So he says, casting John Cena is a pretty good pick for a Duke Nukem movie.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that in the news. I forgot.
I think we talked about it last week a little bit.
Did we?
I know I've had a conversation with you about it. Oh, no, we talked about it in the group.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it in the show. But basically, news is it's coming. There's the apparent, or they're eyeing John Cena
allegedly
as Duke Nukem for live action. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, well, he says Duke Nukem, John Cena's pretty good pick. He says Marshala Ali, I don't know about that name, I'm sorry, with the new Blade is a good pick as well.
Yeah.
Now, who would you pick for a Mario and Luigi in a Mario Bros. Reboot?
Ooh.
Maybe Jonah Hill and Jason Segel, or maybe Jack Black and Brad Garrett? Question mark?
Actually, like, if you were going the comedy route, like, yes.
Ron Jeremy.
They kind of already had Ron Jeremy in the original.
Was he in the original?
No, but
I was about to say.
He was basically the guy that they chose.
Just Ron Jeremy.
In the Mario Super Show or whatever. No, I
just Louis C.K.
Louis C.K.
Just a bunch of fucking.
See the Super Mario Super Show or whatever. I have that on DVD, and tell me that guy doesn't look like Ron Jeremy.
He does. Look at Luigi.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay, so let's think about this. Are we gonna do it? Is it gonna be a comedy, or is it gonna be like a serious like?
It can't be that serious. It's fucking
Are you
Mario
kidding me?
Bros,
The Super Mario Bros. Movie from the 90s was like a weird like Blade Runner. Like, yeah, it's like it's literally a cyberpunk like.
I think it's like I think we all know they went the wrong route with it.
No, where they went wrong, like if you go read about like the set, apparently like both of the actors were like just fucking drunk every day on the set. Like they weren't even like taking it serious. Like they like a lot of the writing was fucked up. Like Luigi was the main character in that movie. Like they just messed up on a lot of stuff. But I guess if we're gonna do like who do you think would be Mario? Give me a Mario.
Chris Pratt. No, I'm just kidding.
If we're doing serious, I could see that.
Yeah.
I
mean, you really though?
No.
What about Sacha Baron Cohen?
Dude, as Luigi.
Mario.
No, as
Luigi. Okay,
yes.
I can see it.
Sacha Baron Cohen as Luigi.
Okay.
And then Mario would definitely be Jonah Hill. Like.
Yeah. Okay, I could get behind that.
Yeah, it would be like a 21 Jump Street, but like they should do
dumber.
like but Mario, like but for kids. You know,
but the problem is Jonah Hill's not fat enough to be Mario anymore.
Oh, you're right.
He's all skinny and doing jujitsu and stuff now.
He's doing jujitsu.
Yeah.
And Nicolas Cage.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay. Well. Okay. If he's not fat, he's not fat enough to be Mario.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, it is 2020. We could get a female Mario. We could get that one chick from. What was what's that chick?
Female Mario?
The British chick.
And a male Peach?
You know who I'm talking about? The British chick. She's
Mario.
Like the comedian.
Bake you a cake.
Hey, no, what's her name?
Come to the castle. Terry Crews is Peach.
Yes. No, who's the British comedy chick? Oh my gosh.
British comedy chick.
I think she was in Pitch Perfect. She's like Fat Amy or whatever.
I think she lost a bunch of weight too. Rebel Wilson. She would be a good Mario. Yeah, she got skinny too, unfortunately.
I feel like her and Sacha Baron Cohen, that would be the perfect cast. The perfect cast. Yeah, and then, but yeah, that's mine. What do you got?
Okay. I think, I'm going to go Chris Pratt and Sacha Baron Cohen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
That's I like that one.
Okay.
Okay. What's next?
All right. We got Jason here. He says, "Okay, tell us the funniest joke you know off the top of your head. Got to be off the top of the dome."
I don't even know any jokes. Okay. All right. You go. I don't know any.
All right. How do you catch a polar bear?
You give him a Coca-Cola?
Nah, you cut a hole in the ice and you surround it with peas. And when the bear comes to take a pee, you kick it in the ice hole.
Oh, I get it. Because asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And take a pee. Yeah.
Good.
Anyways,
Good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
That's
there.
all I got off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Yep. That's about as good as it gets.
Yep.
All right. What
Peak humor. Okay. We got Jason again here. He says, "What features are you looking forward to on either of the next-gen consoles?"
I'm looking forward to the expansion of Game Pass, like just all of the first-party titles coming to Game Pass in the next, 4 years. Like I'm just ready for that. All the Bethesda games, all the Fable and, just Elder Scrolls and all that stuff.
I'm weirdly excited about the haptic feedback triggers on the PlayStation controller. I'm kind of excited to see what it's like to have the trigger pull feel weird. I don't know.
That's only going to be on first party games, basically.
Yeah, you don't know that. I mean, a lot of games took advantage of PlayStation 4's controller features that weren't first party.
Which ones?
Like Grand Theft Auto, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
That was the first year that the consoles were out. You haven't seen shit for that since.
I'm just saying there's lots of different games that change the color of your controller when you're using it and use the little speaker on the controller.
Okay.
That aren't first party games. All the Tomb Raider games had that shit.
Mark Brent's words. We're gonna come back and look at this. I want to look back in 3 years and see how many games are using the haptic feedback.
I'm just saying, if it's just a feature, it won't be a direct thing the game is based around this, you know what I mean? But I guarantee
but I mean
there'll be other games that use the bow pullback thing and just wait, you'll see.
Every PlayStation game. Yeah.
Okay. We got Jason here. He says, "If Kirby swallows Kirby, what will happen?"
Yeah, I don't think anything happens at that point.
No, not nothing. Are you guys fucking kidding me?
I'm just looking at the science.
He gets a Kirby suit. That's the science.
Is a Kirby suit?
And then his sucking power is doubled. And then he could, if he so chose, suck up another Kirby and have triple Kirby suits. It's just...
Yeah, so...
This is just Kirby logic. 101, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, okay,
Kirby sucks up a Kirby, he gets Kirby's powers. So he's doubled Kirby now.
Double Kirby. So his vacuuming powers have, extended.
Yeah, because if Kirby puts two fire powers together, he gets double fire.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not with Kirby math. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
That one's tough. I don't know enough about the science,
Yeah.
Yeah. The formula. No. All right. What do we got?
Okay. We got Jason here. He says, "Another question. Is this too many questions?"
Never. It's never enough questions.
Yeah. You can ask questions until your fingers bleed.
Yeah.
Okay. We got Kyle McAvoy here. He says, "How many times is Piccolo gonna lose and regrow his arm? Or why do they let Goku around Senzu beans anymore?"
why do they let him around sensu beans?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Okay. He's going to lose his arms a lot. Just because he can grow them back anytime he wants. So it's like always a fun party trick for him. You know, he just rips a limb off. And everyone's like, oh, no. And then he just like shoots out another one. And that's about it. But then, so, I mean, he could do that for eternity. You know, he could just keep doing that. As long as if someone there doesn't know that he can do it, you know, he can pull it off. And then the sensu beans thing, like, I don't get why it takes them so long to make sensu beans and why they only make like 4 at a time. They should just make a fucking factory of sensu beans. Then they'd never have to worry about anything ever again. But anyways, that's...
I don't know shit about Dragon Ball Z. What is a sensu bean?
Sensu beans are basically a like get out of jail free card. Like they'll be like on the verge of death, and if they chew up a sensu bean, they're suddenly just completely back to normal.
Damn, why don't they just carry a pocket full of those?
That's what I'm saying. But there's like only one like there's like this cat creature that makes them, and like he only makes like 5 or 6 at a time for some reason. And you know, so like they'll like chew the one, like we only had 3 sensu beans left. It's like, why not just fucking make a shit ton more? Like, just make unlimited sensu beans. Make a factory. Yeah, like, anyways. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. Cool. Well, we got Kyle here again, and he says sensu beans or sensual beans.
Oh, no. So if sensu beans make you not hungry for a week, sensual beans, we don't even want to know what that does.
Do they make you not fuck for a week? Or do they make you fuck better for a week?
Yeah, they make you more sensual. You know,
shit.
Like if you're on the verge of sensual death, you take a sensual
Your dick's
bean.
just like, oh.
It's similar to the piccolo thing, where if your dick's like falling off, you can just shoot another one out.
Yeah.
It's like,
might need that for our next question. We've got Chad McLean here. He says, fuck, marry, or kill. Thanks for all these fuck, marry, kills, by the way, Chad.
He likes to switch up the questions.
He does,
here.
and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
He says, Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez. Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, no. I'm killing Miley Cyrus right off the bat. Miley Cyrus is dead.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess Demi is married, and then Selena is fucking.
You know what? I might do the exact same thing, except for I don't know if Demi Lovato has gotten over her heroin thing, right? I can't just be like married to some heroin addict.
I mean, that's fine. She can do her.
I'm not hating, you know, like
she can pay. She can pay for me to do whatever, and then she goes to rehab. Yeah, she goes and does her heroin or whatever. At least she listens to say anything.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm killing Miley Cyrus first of all, but I'm gonna marry Selena and I'm gonna fuck Demi. Yeah. There you go. Boom.
Oh,
bada boom, boom, boom. Bah.
You'd be you'd be like the knockoff Justin Bieber, like.
Oh God, jeez Louise.
Because that's who she dated forever, and then like he'd be like see that she was with you, and he'd be like.
Oh, and then I'd have to tussle with fucking Justin Bieber, dude.
He'd be like, really? He's like, so you're just going to go for this knockoff Justin Bieber? And it's like, yo, dude, I'm older than you. I had this haircut before you. And he's like, whatever, bro. Whatever.
I mean, we don't even have remotely similar haircuts
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore, but you guys...
People are probably really confused. They're like, did Justin Bieber get long-ass hair?
Yeah. Anyways, that's it for the people's... Wait, no, the listeners' questions, not the people's questions. But you guys are the people as well. But so, Brent, what's the last part of the show this week?
Ah, yes. The last part of the show this week is Brent's mystery game giveaway. The part of the show where we give away free PC games for Steam. So if you like games and you're on the PC and, you know, all that good stuff, this week's games aren't anything too crazy, so don't get, you know, too excited, but they're free, goddammit, and you're going to like them, and that's that. So we got 2 Worlds 2 Castle Defense. The code is VTCCHKIYF0L6FGZ. And, you might have to listen to that a few times. I'm sorry, I kind of blasted through that. We got Don't Feed the Monkeys, or Do Not Feed the Monkeys here.
That game sounds so fun.
It's... You might want to watch the Game Awards this year for that one. It's 8Q06KLCWLAT538D. And, yeah, there you go. Enjoy some free games, bitches.
Yeah. And remember, bitches, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast every Tuesday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to submit any questions you want us to read on the show to the GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group at facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast. Check out our video content on youtube.com/createforsanity. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle I'll draw for Jamel. Brent at Brent has one. That's the number one. And Devin, where can they find you? We'll get it next time. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time, listeners.